Hi, I recently caught up with Matt Nickel and Michael Turk, who are stars on the North Allegheny WPIAL champion volleyball team. How you guys doing today?
Doing great. Great, Kev. Great.
Great, okay. A few questions for you today. I'm going to start with Nickel. What was your worst game as a volleyball player?
Well, I'd have to say my worst game as a volleyball player would probably be the Ambridge match, and the last match of the year, where I missed quite a few serves, and I also didn't play as well defensively as I would have liked, at least in the beginning of the match. I did pull myself together for enough for the 5th set, but for the majority of the game it was a little bit disappointing performance.
Alright, what about you, Turk? What was your worst game?
I think I got to go back to 9th grade when the freshman team played Seneca Valley and we got upset pretty bad. It was pretty embarrassing to lose, and we just had an off game altogether.
Oh, well, that's a shame. What about your best games? Let's start with Turk this time.
It's probably this past year when I got a chance to go in against North Hills on senior night, and I got 2 blocks against one of their better players.
Alright, what about you, Nickel?
Well, I'd have to say maybe not my best overall game, but definitely one of my most memorable games would have to be the WPIAL Championship games, because I had never played in a setting like that before, and it was just a lot of fun. And I also did well. I got in a couple aces, and it was just a great experience.
That sounds great. What was your biggest disappointment as an athlete?
Well, my biggest disappointment would probably have to be at the York tournament last year, when we thought we could make it to the championship game at least, but we got eliminated in very early rounds of the playoffs, and it was very disappointing, and it was a very upsetting and long ride home from York. So that's probably one of my most disappointing moments.
Alright, Turk, what was your biggest disappointment?
My biggest disappointment is probably injuries every year. I'm not really built that sturdy, so it seems like there's always something every year that's bothering me, from back to knee to whatever it is, just something different.
Nickel, what was your biggest accomplishment?
My biggest accomplishment would probably have to be, well, first winning the WPIAL Championship was unbelievably awesome, especially because no one thought that we would do it this year. Everyone was like, oh, you're losing all your seniors, you're not going to have that good of a team. And then we came out and we played amazing throughout the entire season for the most part, and we ended up winning the WPIAL Championships and making it all the way to the state championship game. Also was a lot of fun, and no one thought that we could make it that far, but we did, and it's something I'll really cherish and remember for a long time.
Alright, Turk, what was your best accomplishment?
I got to go off what Nickel just said. 8 consecutive WPIAL championships was very impressive, but also getting back to the state championship was very impressive. Even though we didn't get a win out of that, we weren't even supposed to win WPIALs, and to get second in the state was pretty impressive.
Very nice. Well, that's all for me. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Always an honor.
Alright, that's Kevin Reesner signing off.